Hi, I'm back again with another video, continuing to share my experience during my time working at Wegmans. So, to continue on. So, previously, I shared a little about my start on getting to work, which I need to correct. The items I was working with another Wegman employee from the back room near the loading dock. It's what's called livestock. You unwrap, unstack delivered product packages from its pallet and sort them out onto the runners, which I did not know that's what it's called, or maybe that was mentioned from. Again, I did not know that's what it's called, or maybe that's what it was mentioned from the CBT. I forgot about hearing what was said from the demo at the time. Then I shared about my first encounter with Team Leader 1, TL1, for Wegmans Astor grocery department, and I expressed my impression about him. I realized I overused the word serious to depict him, but it's not the only thing I describe him to be like. Like I had said before, he's very hardworking, but he's also have a humorous side. When TL1 gets you into the moment to get the team in doing their job, he will even for a little bit trip you off with a little of his jokester side and just somehow get you into an unexpected laugh. His humor would come out just unexpected. He also have a clear sense of reasoning. And what I mean by is others, including myself, miss not seeing things clearer the way TL1 is able to. He is able to clear out the misunderstanding or correct it a little bit if necessary. If you ask him, he'll give you his point of view. He's not gonna naturally give it out. So the best way I can say his ability to see things clearer more than others could. And again, I think what I'm trying to say is TL1's attention span is quite advanced than some others, in my view. Except there is another whom I believe that may have a similar trait as TL1, and he too is a team leader for the meat department. So there may be a common ground between the two of them if they knew each other's existence. If they're put together, that's my view. If they're put together, yes, TL1 have a clever humor side as well, an understanding person. So that's what I meant about him having a clear sense for reasons, which it's a little bit the same way about the team leader I mentioned about from the meat department, which I'm going to try avoid saying too much about him. Tell him he needs to put himself out there, like get some recognition, but he doesn't want to, or he's not ready to. But I miss them. I miss them both. I miss TL1 and the team leader of the meat department as well, among some others I miss and cherished. So since now that's correct and out of the way, the next thing I'm gonna share my experience about is my encounter with the second team leader for the grocery department of Wegmans Astor Place, which I'm going to refer to him as Team Leader K. Not K from bakery, K for grocery. And this was something else. So let's the hell get started. So for the start on a new job, I was already set up for the 2-week work schedule, and TL1, he made out another 2-week work schedule. The first 2-week schedule, I was assigned to get some guiding details from other Wegman employees for Astor, who have been working for the store ahead of me the longest. Now, TL1 had mentioned to me that I'll be meeting Team Leader K, and but there was a third team leader. And according to TL1, he bailed. The third team leader, he bailed out somehow. So I was like, okay, cool. And it's a shame to hear about the third team leader. It was a shame to hear about the third team leader, but life goes on. So for the times I worked with TL1, I was kind of coming accustomed to him. So for when I first met Team Leader K, I had to kick myself out of the comfort zone for feeling comfortable working with TL1 and try to get used to dealing when working with whomever in charge and follow their instruction requests. Plain and simple. Switch off the pride mode. So when I met Team Leader K, my reaction was feeling delighted to meet him. At first, just me being professional and civil, respectable adult to another adult. So-called love, where I made myself out to believe about Team Leader K. I believe I was in aisle 7 was when I met him. Somewhere in one of the aisles I was working, to what I can best remember. Working with Team Leader K was a little similar to the way working with TL1. Getting on top of things, gives some feedback, what's going on, what needs to be done and covered, and what's the next thing afterwards. That was with Team Leader K. That at that time, working at Wegmans in Brooklyn location, but there was this impression I experienced from Team Leader K. When it comes to doing the count, he will express how it will be fun just as long as taking, I guess, serious, or say be particular by paying close attention when it comes in doing the counts. So for him, it's fun, but for me, kind of. It's just that those moments working with him, I wasn't able to figure it out soon then. I was trying to, it took me some time to find the words or a word to describe about Team Leader K's character. So who I used to consider Team Leader K was he had this childlike at heart kind of character behavior. Like whatever he considered as fun to him, maybe not much so with others. Like not at that level. I could guess, the enthusiasm. I see that's not easy for me to say that word, enthusiasm. It's not easy to say that word. But yes, he'll have like this enthusiasm. You see the difficulty. Anyway, and I didn't hold that against him for feeling this way. If that's how he is, that's how he is. Now, the more I speak about Team Leader K, the more I'm able to remember about what was my views of him. He had a sense of being understanding, kind of like with TL1, and patience. So-called, I made myself to believe. So-called. I did used to feel worried over Team Leader K during the time in Brooklyn because I was worried I could run his patience. If I don't get or say manage on doing this count by trying to move fast enough as some of the other Wegmans employees, I will see how fast they and Team Leader K would do the counting in maybe less within 8 hours period working shift. And that used to make me feel discouraged. I was like trying to figure out how I can move a little faster when it came to doing the count, which that was my one struggle. But the longer I was working at Wegmans, the closer I was getting the hang of it with the count. So that's where I'm gonna stop right at the moment and continue next time. This is when finally I received the training when I was assigned to train and work at Harrison. So until come again next time, take it easy.